Hello students. Today's session what we are learning is important for final exam. It deals with the anatomy of monocot and dicot leaf. It is also said to be isobilateral and dorsiventral leaf respectively. Before we continue with the leaf anatomy, let me remind you, so far we have covered root system with modifications, shoot system with modifications, leaf, parts of leaf, phyllotaxy, venation, modifications in leaf along with types of leaves. Then inflorescence with racemose and cymose type along with the special inflorescence. This no need to study for final first year exam. But the questions will be expected in competitive exams. For final exam, you are learning flower topic perfectly. In that 5 marks questions are VS of flower, then placentation, estivation. You should know the respective conditions referring to calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Then we have studied seeds and the fruit, not necessary to learn for final exam. After that, I have started with plant tissues where we have learned meristematic tissue, which gets differentiated as simple permanent, which covers parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, then complex permanent tissue like xylem and phloem, and then we have started with plant anatomy where we have completed a transverse section passing through monocot and dicot root, then transverse section passing through monocot and dicot stem, and today we are learning the leaf anatomy. This you need to study for final exam. Diagram is compulsory. So this question you consider it as for 5 marks in section D, where diagram with labelings carry 3 marks weightage and 2 marks for the explanation. Just recall 2 examples, maize plant and mango tree. Maize plant, if you see the stem, the leaves are parallel to the stem. In mango tree, if you see the leaf, the stem and the leaf, so leaf will make a right angle to the stem axis. Here, the leaf is with the sheathing leaf base. There is no petiole. So leaf is said to be sessile. While in mango tree, leaf is having the stalk known as petiole. So leaf is petiolate. Apart from that, just imagine now or try to observe after hearing this particular explanation. When you see the monocot leaf referring to maize or grass, as the leaf is parallel to the stem, when sunlight falls, both upper and lower epidermis will receive equal amount of sunlight. Hence, the synthesis of chlorophyll on both sides, it is similar. So, green color appears is same. Then, if you look at the arrangement of tissues on both sides, it is going to remain same. If you see the arrangement of stomata are minute pores which are known for transpiration and respiration. They are found on both the epidermis. So here, arrangement of tissues, that is anatomy, color, that is morphology, and physiology referring to rate of photosynthesis and rate of transpiration, rate of respiration, it remains equal towards upper and lower epidermis. Hence, the leaf is said to be iso. Iso means similar, bi means two, lateral. So, lateral sides of the leaf remain same on upper and lower epidermal region. While in mango tree, you take any dicot tree and observe the leaves. Leaf is petiolate. It will make right angle to the stem. So naturally, upper surface of the leaf is exposed towards light. Hence, it appears dark in color, dark green in color. While lower epidermis is away from the light. So it is slightly pale in color. So we can easily differentiate dorsal and lower epidermis. As the light penetration is higher, naturally, the leaf will absorb more solar energy, rate of photosynthesis is maximum. While the lower epidermis is away from sunlight, so to avoid excess water loss during transpiration, stomata are very few on the upper epidermis, they are more on the lower epidermis. This condition is said to be hypostomatic condition. In monocot, I told you, the leaf shows stomata on both sides. It is known as amphistomatic condition. Here hypostomatic condition. So rate of transpiration is more on the lower side than upper side. Clear? Hence, the leaf is said to be dorsiventral. So monocot leaves are isobilateral, dicot leaves are dorsiventral. Let us study anatomy of monocot leaf. Transverse section passing through monocot leaf. Example, maize. Scientific name is Zea mays. We can see upper and lower epidermis. Both epidermal layers are protected by cuticle. Both sides we can see the minute openings called stomata guarded by dumbbell shaped guard cells. These stomata opens during daytime, closes during night time. This arrangement is said to be amphistomatic arrangement. Between upper and lower epidermis, there is a mesophyll which contain chlorenchymatous tissue. Parenchyma rich in chloroplasts. So it is called chlorenchyma involved in photosynthesis. Here in mesophyll region, it is said to be spongy as the chlorenchyma cells are oval and they are loosely arranged. In the midrib region, we can see the vascular bundle surrounded by bundle sheath and they are conjoined collateral closed type. So upper and lower epidermis, parenchymatous, protected by cuticle. Stomata are present on both the sides, guarded by dumbbell shaped guard cells. Mesophyll is spongy with vascular bundles. There is one more specific modification we can see in the upper epidermis. Some epidermal cells in the upper region are turgid. They are big in size, called as motor cells or bulliform cells. What happens as the sunlight is maximum during summer, even in winter, and there is a scarcity of the water in the soil because there is no rainy season. So what will happen here? To avoid excess loss of water by transpiration, bulliform cells undergo plasmolysis, means they shrink. It allows coiling of the leaf lamina. Thus, all stomata gets closed and there is no transpiration at all. This is adaptation found in monocot leaves. In dicot leaf, upper epidermis is with trichomes protected by cuticle. Lower epidermis is also protected by cuticle having trichomes, and on the lower epidermis we can see the stomata guarded by bean shaped guard cells. In between upper and lower epidermis, there is chlorenchyma differentiated as palisade mesophyll below upper epidermis, spongy mesophyll above lower epidermis. So here mesophyll is said to be palisade and spongy. Palisade means here chlorenchyma cells are elongated, looks like a rod. They are compactly arranged, stores lot of starch granules. Rate of photosynthesis is higher here, while in spongy mesophyll the cells are oval shaped, loosely arranged. Vascular bundles are as it is, conjoined collateral closed type. So when you compare isobilateral leaf with dorsiventral leaf, no trichomes in monocot leaf, trichomes are in dicot leaf. Amphistomatic condition in monocot leaf, hypostomatic condition in dorsiventral leaf. Mesophyll is undifferentiated, it is spongy in isobilateral, and in dorsiventral it is palisade and spongy mesophyll. With this we have covered anatomy of isobilateral leaf and dorsiventral leaf. Need to draw the diagram and you have to be perfect for 5 marks. Thank you very much.